implementing the things you have heard here is going to be the action that we're asking you to do, okay? So, all right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, this evening, I'm going to go ahead and teach you the trading system that everyday families are using to start building wealth and in the marketplace. Because a lot of individuals, like you, myself, before understanding what was possible or what was available to me, I thought there was only one way to generate wealth in the stock market, right? You had to have a lot of money and invest it and let it sit there, right? There's other ways, and I'm super excited for us to get into the system tonight. So I have a promise for you tonight, all right? By the end of this training, you will have a clear picture of how the stock market works, right? And exactly how everyday families like yours are using options, specifically options, to create new streams of income. No degree required, no Wall Street background needed. You just need to be serious and also have the actual education to do so. Okay? So, like I said before, make sure you stay all the way to the end because of the fact that, like I said, I have a special gift for you that's actually going to be able to give you a leg up on your starting off your trading journey. I'm super excited to offer that for you, okay? So let me know one thing. I want to make sure I'm talking to the right people. I'm talking to the right individuals in the room. You're the kind of person that always wanted more for yourself, wanted more for your family, but there's always seemed to be something that's getting in the way. Maybe it's them bills that never stop. Or maybe it's that job that pays just enough for you to get by. Or maybe it's you having to watch other people build wealth, live their life of freedom. Dang, they're on another trip, right? While you're wondering, is this even possible for me? Listen, I want to make this very clear. You're not lazy. You're not behind. The game just simply was not explained to you. So let me ask you one thing. We're going to be interacting throughout this whole evening, and I want this to be our first exercise of you interacting. And I want you to listen to the scenario that I'm going to tell you and then respond with simply me. If it is not you, then don't type me, right? So let me know if you've fallen victim to one of these. Be honest. Nobody, don't check the chat. Don't be trying to look for people's names. You just write your me and then keep it moving. All right. So let me know if you fell victim for the savings trap, right? You said, I'll just save more. Um, I'm gonna have a compulsory saving system where they're gonna take a portion of my paycheck every fortnight, and I'm gonna be so responsible. I am going to put a whole chunk of United Tax Return, put a big chunk of that away, and I'm gonna leave it right there. Oh, and I'm gonna add to it. Oh, I'm gonna be good. We start this over every what? Every month? Do we start this over every month, every year? And who tell the truth and shame the devil? Who got the dollar shoebox right now? Who have the dollar shoebox in the closet right now and the coin jar, right? Who got the coin? Yo, but this is the thing. Now this adds a layer on to that, my friends. Do we ever really get to spend the money on what we were saving for? Never. Never get to spend that money. And y'all, inflation is a thing, and we never really get to build to that number that we have in our head. Don't even get me started on the little savings checkoff list thing. We'll go into a whole nother tangent, but we got to stay on track here. Let me know if you fell victim for this. The side hustle trap, right? What if you were like, oh man, I could cook a plate. I can um I can do hair, or I'm good with my hands. I can fix things, or I'm, a handyman. Um I can help with computer things. Or as my teacher friends, right? My teacher sisters or teacher bros, right? What we would do would be like, "Oh, let's tutor." Or summer school, right? But this is the thing when it comes to the side hustle. You're still trading time for money, and more hours just equals more hustle. Same ceiling, right? Now, this is the thing here. This is the second one if you fell victim for this. The you watch and wait. right? You're looking at the stock market, you're looking at other individuals that they're actually generating wealth from the stock market, and you're just like, wow, is it too late for me? Is there any way that I could actually do this? That's for those people that, those people that their parents taught them how to trade or educated them on the stock market. That's not for me, right? Or, yeah, I had to do that 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Yeah, that ship has sailed. But I'm gonna tell you one thing is that when it comes to our self view of our ability, that is the strongest thing that you could ever have about yourself. And that is your cheat code. Once you tell yourself, your subconscious, that you're able to do something, my friends, guess what? All the things have to fall in line, right? So I want y'all to tell yourself right now, I can do it. I got this. So what we're doing tonight is that step in the direction, be like, I got this. So let me know something too. If you have been watching social media and you've been watching different trading individuals, right? You probably run into this issue, right? Or you probably run into this scenario where there's too much hype around these gurus or influencers or whatever the case is. What they're doing is showing you screenshots and Lamborghinis with zero educational data behind it or information. What we're saying is, hey, it's so cool that you have a Lambo, or it's so cool that you're able to do all these things, but I actually want to know how to do it for myself, right? I want to understand it, right? I want to do this the right way, and education is the way to get to the financial goal that you have for yourself. Now, the next thing that you may have run into when it comes to trading content is there's a lot of jargon, right? They want to sound super smart. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, like rocket science, Greeks, IV, theta. It just sounds like a foreign language where it's just like it's never going to be for me or something that I can actually grasp. This is the one that got me and scared me, and I want to know if that is you, where I just thought that I was going to risk everything and lose everything. And as an elementary school teacher, my salary was $200, right? $200 a day. And for me to even think of losing 100 of that or 50 of that, oh my goodness. It was seemed too much. I couldn't handle the thought of that. But the thing that I want y'all to understand is that no one ever explained it to you on how to manage that, and I'm going to clarify that to you tonight. Okay? Now, here's the truth that no one ever really told you, right? And no one will tell you this. Trading education has always been built for people who speak the language. They're at their dinner table, they're at their equestrian club, they're on the golf course, right? And they're talking to their children, their nephews, their grandchildren in such a manner that by the time they're right of age, y'all, it's already familiar to them. Right? But I said this, and you might have seen this. I've said it before. They let the right person find out, in i.e. me, because I felt like there was a veil. I felt there was a little secret door, a little speakeasy that only certain people knew the code to. And I just said, there is a reason why y'all trying to make this seem so hard. And I, as an elementary school teacher, when I left the classroom, I knew I was going to leave my kids, but I said, hey, I can still impact families. And this is how. Being able to educate families, empower them with the knowledge to use the stock market like others have used for hundreds of years is something that is my mission. So if we have a stock trader or a person that can read a stock chart in each family, not only can we trade options, but we can understand investment. So you have your 401k, you have your IRA, and you have informed decisions on buying and selling your shares versus selling out of pure fear. Okay? Now, when it comes to this trading education world, y'all, it's not a skill problem. It's a teaching problem. So this is exactly what the Trade to Wealth community was built to fix. The thing that I would teach you will help you generate wealth, right? As a teacher, and I'm being 1,000, all of my teachers in here will vouch also. We're not teaching the kids to generate wealth. We're teaching them how to be well-trained workers, okay? Now, this is one thing I want y'all to understand. Every day, every month, every week, you wait is a month that the market continues to move. It does not wait to say, "Hey, let me wait. Let me wait till Tony say she ready or till Melissa say they're ready or till Calvin says he's ready or Craig says they're ready." The market continues to move, y'all. Okay? So this is the thing. There are everyday families and I see them every day, right? That are trading from their kitchen table, from their office, from their countertops, right? Generating income on a daily basis. The only difference between them and you right now is that they actually got the right education. Okay? So before I go any further, I want to formally introduce myself. I've been talking a little bit about myself, but I want to make sure you fully know who's talking to you. And my name is Taneisha Haye, the co-founder of the Trade to Wealth community and Boss Up Academy. My husband and I, we created this academy or this system from our personal struggles. I am from a small but mighty island of Jamaica, and I fell in love with teaching very early on. And trading was also something that I fell in love with, and I had a affinity for the fact that I had to learn it and I wanted to learn it so so bad. I saw there was a space in there was a void of proper education, a system, something that can be followed, something that is repeatable and something that is digestible for beginners, right? I thought that when I started out, I saw that when I started out, everything just seemed so advanced. Everything seemed like it just flew over my head. So I said, I vowed when I fully understand it, I'm gonna make sure that they understand how to trade like how I would teach my kindergartners. So I'm only 50% of this machine. I'm gonna give it over to my husband really quickly, Coach Mike or Mike. He don't like me when I call him coach, so I'll be poking at him. Mike, so he can give you a quick little introduction of himself. He's not the long-winded person of the family you're gonna see who is, but when you are ever able to trade with us live, you'll hear him because that's his arena. He used to play football, basketball, so his new arena or court is the stock market. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to my husband, Mike. Here he is. Do, do, do.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Huh?
Intro music.
Intro music. Yeah, right. How y'all doing? I'm Mike. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm an introvert. This is not my element. I'm not as bubbly as this one. She's more talented when it comes to that. But just a quick. That's funny.
Hmm.
Just a quick intro about myself. I got into trading. I got into trading. I worked repairing pools, construction. Moving furniture, and that's how I made my money my whole life, basically using my physical ability. Most people call me Big Mike, by the way. So I'm a bigger dude, but basically I'm at work and I hurt my back, and that's my way of making money. And I had a real reality check, like, yo, I cannot depend on my physical ability to make me money. So when I hurt my back at work, how am I gonna make money if I can't move and do what I need to do? And being a husband and a father, that's tough, right? And then we found trading, and then I learned trading while I was at work. And these are just a quick picture. This is, these were just like little goals when, I mean, that was to me back in the day, 3:30 in the day at work, y'all. I used to literally bring my tablet at people's house, and I'll go away for 30 minutes, an hour if I can, and trade. And it trading has completely, like, when I mean completely changed my life, y'all. It's unbelievable. I never thought a person like me, with no crazy financial background or anything like that, but could learn this. But I believe this is for everyone. If you're willing to take this serious, it completely changed my life, my family's life. It has created so much freedom. Can y'all put freedom in the chat? Like, freedom should be your goal. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be the cars or all these little crazy pocketbooks, Chanel and all that we see on the internet, man. We're grown. Most of us are grown with kids, married. So you just want to be free. My biggest flex, and will always be my biggest flex. I get to drop my son off to work to school and pick him up to school every day. I work. Today I made 1,000, what, almost $1,200 today. Um, in about 45 minutes. I could drop him off, pick him up. He gets to see his parents. I don't know about you and y'all, but I know a lot of us go through this. When we grew up, our parents was never around because they had to make money. And trading has allowed me to build that skill, y'all, to where I he sees me. I'm a present dad. If the teacher need me to be there, I'm there. I could be there because of trading. Now we get to go on vacations and we trade on vacations. The only thing we ask of the hotel is if y'all have good Wi-Fi. So I just want y'all to understand like freedom should be it. All the other stuff will come. The cars, all that thing, but the once you learn the skill set of trading, it's unbelievable. You're able to do it. I believe everyone is able to do it. It's a skill that we all should have, just like Tanisha said, when it comes to like long-term investing and stuff like that. Once you can read a chart, it's crazy.
Hmm.
You feel me? It's just literally crazy. So, um, I just want y'all to take this serious. Don't take this for granted. I think especially our culture, a lot of people in situations ask for something,
Yeah.
and then when it's right in front of them, they do nothing.
Mm.
And I used to be that, and then my life has changed when the opportunity came and I took it. I'm like, what do I have to lose? Do the same thing, go back to work and hurt my back, and I can't make money. So, that's basically it, y'all. Like I said, I'm not long-winded. I'm very passionate about this trading thing. If everyone ever has the opportunity, like she said, live trading is we'll trade and you can hear our thoughts and everything like that, and that's where it really goes down. And
Oh yeah.
like I'm really about that. It's a great it's trust me, it's a great tool that wasn't available to I believe a lot of us, or we thought it wasn't available to a lot of us, and it's new to a lot of people. And I just say take advantage of it, man. If you don't, then watch from the sideline.
Mhm.
All right, y'all. So she like this is some of the trades, some of the stuff that I do. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't do this at work.
Yeah.
I can. So now, y'all, just real quick. I don't have to. This is crazy, but you know what I mean. I don't have to ask for vacation. I don't ask for time off. I don't do none of that no more. And it's just crazy to like a lot of us don't see ourselves in them shoes, and it's like you have to believe in yourself that you could do it. You see someone else do it, you could do it too. Just take your time, learn what you need to learn, do what you need to do, y'all. It's possible. We have so much people that do it, and you'll see it later on, and it's just endless. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to take action. It's not on me. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. All right. So please, y'all, take notes. Do what she say. If we see y'all later, we see y'all later. But let's get it.
Yes. All right. See, I told y'all he's not a man of many words, but when he talk, words be wording, for lack of a better word. But yes, together we built the Trade to Wealth community, the Boss Up Academy. And really and truly, y'all, it's one mission, right? One mission to make the stock market accessible, teachable, transformational for every family. No trust fund stories, no Wall Street pedigree, right? Just two people who needed a better way. Real people, y'all. He was a laborer. I was an elementary school teacher, but we found a way and now we teach it. Simple as that. I take it very seriously about the folks that I work with or the folks that I've helped. This is a family cruise I call my students family where we actually have like-minded individuals because when you're trying to level up, it's not easy to do this by yourself because you're changing, right? When I was leveling up as an elementary school teacher, who am I going to talk to? Other teachers, y'all. We're going to still get the same thing that we're in. If I'm trying to level up, I need to speak to individuals that are on my level, cognitively, desires, goals. But if I'm talking to the same people I've been talking to, guess what? I'm gonna get the same result. So just know you're not just getting in working with myself and my husband, not only us, but a like-minded individual where we call actually have a family. So this was a cruise we took to Bahamas this year. So I want y'all to know one thing about Mike and I. We didn't build this for a highlight reel, right? We built this out of our struggle because we knew what it was like to start off with this journey and have a desire to actually learn. So I want to show y'all some real individuals. So what I want you to know going forward as we're going through this night, if you see individual and I show you their screenshot, it's not to brag, it's to say you can do this too. So I want you to say congrats person's name in the chat because that's shouting them out and that's putting that positive energy out into the universe. And guess what? It's going to be attracted back to you. So this is Di at the top here. Di, she wrote in the chat, her and her daughter both trade in the community, y'all. So can you imagine you might have a 20-some-year-old, a teenager, whatever the case is, and they learn how to trade. Instead of them saying, oh, I need this, mom, cash at me, you say, oh, how was your trades today? Did you hit? Right? So her daughter made 250, she made $500. That's a $750 swing for the family, for the household. How cool is that? Right? This is Miss Linda. Miss Linda don't play no games, all right? Miss Linda at the bottom here was able to make $426 in a trading day. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'll take the 426. That will more than cover my groceries and gas for about 2 weeks, right? So this is what I want y'all to understand. When I tell y'all everyday families, like literally everyday families, grown folks with children, grandkids, responsibilities, all the things, the cow, the goat, the dog, the cat, but still are able to use the stock market to generate wealth. And it's because they learned a simple skill. Well, I think $230 to almost 240 is a nice little takeaway. I saw some goals earlier. $500, my first $500 trade, my first $1,000. Hello, if we're starting at that 250 in a day, y'all, that this always puts a smile on my face. I used to have to work 8 hours of my life to make $200. We make this in minutes now. What about this if you were able to make $100, another $200 over here? All individuals that are learning the same system that you're about to learn, okay? Now, this is not a typical setup. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a typical return, but it's something that I want y'all to see. The same tutelage that you're receiving, Brandon received. So I want you to just say, go ahead and say congratulations, Brandon, because let me just go ahead and read the message he sent over. I just made $9,500 off of one trade in minutes. That one trade literally paid for my whole membership and then some. The knowledge I've been getting inside the inner circle is different for real. Y'all not just calling out trades, y'all actually teaching us how to understand what we're looking at. I'm grateful because this is the type of stuff people are charging crazy money for. Y'all really make it simple enough to follow. Don't tell nobody I said this, but y'all should definitely be charging more. Appreciate you, Coach Mike. For real, this community is a blessing. How cool is that? He was able to make $9,500, and we asked him, we were like, how long would that normally take you to make in your real life job? He's like, yeah, about 3 to 4 months of my life, yeah, that I made in minutes. I remember this day vividly because we were actually heading to the cruise that day, the cruise that you saw a picture of. And the coolest thing, y'all, is that Brandon shows up every morning. Like he shows up every day. He executes on everything that we taught him and couldn't be prouder. Couldn't be prouder. As a teacher, the things that you get to see or the reflection or my scorecard as a teacher is my students producing their results. And this is the things that make me smile. So you've probably seen trading content before. So if you're in this world of here seeing me, you've probably seen it before. But I want y'all to leave here knowing something very, very, very clear. They not me and I'm not them. Okay? We very different over here. Okay? First and foremost, let me pause. Let me go. Let me ask you a question because we got to be active. I want to hear you talking to me. If you were learning something new, you're a beginner, you're working on learning your system and you really want to get this thing, would it be beneficial? This is a yes or no answer. Type it in the chat. Would it be beneficial to you to be able to, one, hear your coach's voice and hear their thought processes on the chart on a daily basis, actually see their screen, understand what the entry looks like, why you're taking the trade, and also while you're looking at a specific chart, in real time, you can ask questions and get the questions answered in real time. Yes or no, do you think that will be effective and helpful to you as a trader? I see a lot of yeses. Wow. Well, how cool is that, y'all? We actively trade with our people because we understand we were there, right? We understand what it's like to look at all these squiggly lines and these candlesticks moving and the numbers, and you're just like, ah, forget it. You close your screen. But as a teacher, us actively trading together, my friends, that's the closest I get to being in a classroom and walking up and down the hallways, right? Or walking up and down the lanes to look at your work. This is how we're able to say, yes, that's looking good. No, that's not looking good, whatever the case is. So we actually trade live, actively trade with our students. Second, we're education first. We teach you how to fish. This is not a wait on us to tell you what to do. No, we're actively teaching you how to fish. And we are focused on giving as much education as possible because we know that with education, you can change your situation. A lot of folks think that, oh, they just need to know the play. Well, can you repeat that? What if that person disappears? Will you be able to actively turn on your computer anywhere in the world, as long as you have Wi-Fi, and actually go and mine money from that market? No, because you never were taught how to actually trade. Now, the third thing that sets us apart is that we're built from real struggle. Hello, $200 a day teacher, right? No job on the summer because we don't get paid during the summer. And my husband having to literally make money off of his back. Okay. So understand that we know what it's like to want to preserve that dollar, stretch that dollar, and grow your account, not only for yourself, but your family. We have a small son that we said we have to change the narrative, right? Our parents are immigrants, right? And we want to make sure that we are legacy creators, right? They did the best that they could do with what they had, but we have all the opportunities. If y'all are here right now, this is an opportunity, right? You had a desire to learn this thing called trading, and this is where we are. Now, I want y'all to know one other thing. We built a simple system, a system that is repeatable, something that you can follow. It's called our wealth ladder. We're going to go into detail with that and later on in the challenge here or in the master class. And finally, you can tell we're built on faith and family. We're big on community and understanding that individuals need that support. They need that sense of community, that you don't feel like you're alone when it comes to leveling up and getting to the next level. Now let's go ahead. We're going to dive into what you're going to take away tonight with. But before we do that, I want you to type in the chat now. I want you to type now in the chat for me. Now. Now stands for no opportunity wasted. Okay? And you have to, once you're leveling up or going to the next level, once you're going to the next level, you gotta you gotta come with a sense of non-negotiables, right? Non-negotiables. If you want different, my friends, you have to get, when I mean so gutter, with, for lack of a better word, or just strict about your elevation, where you do not give yourself the opportunity to switch or to go back to what you've been doing, right? Take this as an opportunity where, hey, I've wanted to do this. I've wanted to something, the thing, right? And you have the education, the information, the coaches. Take this as that opportunity. No plan B. Love that. No plan B. Because if you give yourself a plan B, you're going to go right back to that because, hey, things that are easy, I always say this, comfortable doesn't mean right. Comfortable doesn't mean right. Comfortable is just what you're used to. Change happens when you're uncomfortable. Y'all understand that? So one of the things that I have to give you, and as something that helped me on my journey, and I still do this to this day, where I get pushed and pulled in different rooms and need to elevate. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because comfortable does not mean that's right. That doesn't mean that that's where you're supposed to be. The only way that I got to where I am or where I'm going to continue going is where I was fed up with where I was at and I got real comfortable with being uncomfortable. Real comfortable with being uncomfortable. So I want y'all to understand this is an opportunity for us to level up and I'm ready to go. So let's get it. Let's get it. So we're going to dive in to these 4 points, these 4 pillars here that we're going to get into. The first one is the proper mindset that separates winners from everyone else, how the market actually works, a clear, repeatable path to your first and next confident trade, right? First and next confident trade and a proprietary wealth building ladder. Okay. So I have a disclaimer really quickly. Truly, I can only cover so much during this time that we have here, but our goal is to give you so much value that as much as I can during this time. If you see a real potential in what we have shared here with you, we'll have a special opportunity to continue your learning further in another session. Okay? Now, I want y'all to do one thing in the chat for me. Put one trade. One trade. Because y'all about to be traders. By the time we're finished with this session, you're about to be a trader, okay? I want y'all to understand that. Put one trade. You're only one trade away from seeing your future self. One trade away. That first trade leads into the next trade. Then it rolls into the next trade. Then it's just like that snowball effect, right? Where you just have to get that ball rolling, right? And Mike had to have his one trade. I had to get my one trade. All of my students had to get their one trade. And you're only one trade away from unlocking that financial goal that you typed in the chat earlier. That financial goal that seems so far away with the work or the paycheck that you currently have. Even the extra hours, even the side hustles, even the savings is not going to get you to that wealth building number that you have in your head. And I want to tell you something. You're only one trade away. You're only one trade away. Let's go. Let's go. So, pillar one, the mindset that separates winners from everyone else. Now, most traders, right? Most beginner traders or individuals that want to start off, they fail, which you would automatically think is because they're not intelligent, they didn't have a finance degree, they didn't know how to do math, right? But that's not it, right? They failed because of fear. Fear, specifically the fear of what you think. What you think, y'all? The fear of what? Losing, right? Fear of losing. So that is one of the things that kept traders out in the beginning or help or hindered them from keep going on. And I felt victim to that too. I can be the first to raise my hand and say, yeah, I ain't want to lose none of my money, y'all. I was like, I worked hard for these dollars. Are you serious? And I'm gonna have to risk them to make more? But this is the thing that no one really explained to me is that there is something that's called risk management. There's something that's called stop loss. There's something that's called a system. And that really tweaked my brain. That really piqued my interest because I'm like, okay, we can have a calculated risk in this thing called trading. It's not an all or nothing. And then my teacher brain said, okay, now I need to learn a system to understand that. And that's where a lot of traders get caught up. Now, there are two traders, right? Same market, completely different results. Now, the losing mindset is that I need this trade to work, right? You trade based on emotions. You chase losses. You need to be right, right? You have to make money every day, every trade. You have to be in the market. That's a losing mindset. The winner's mindset says, this trade needs to follow my rules. This trade needs to follow my rules. And I trade based on a system. This is the part that sets traders, the winning trader, apart from the loser trader. I accept losses as a part of the game, right? I need to be consistent. So there's a clear difference. I need to win is the losing mindset versus I need to be consistent. Consistent, that is the winning mindset, okay? So when it comes to having the millionaire trader's mindset, it's not about confidence. It's simply about clarity. Okay. Now, when it comes to your actual rules as a trader, you need to have some rules. So if you're taking notes, it's a great place to take a little screenshot here. Um, Rule number one, you could take these for yourself going forward. Never risk more than you're prepared to lose. Okay. And this is the thing that really, really messes up a trader or a new trader. They come in so excited, so pumped up, so ready to go, and they go ahead and they put on more risk than they need to. They don't understand their stop loss, and then they get pushed out of the market quicker than they could even say they were even in there. But that is because you did not have a system or they did not have a system. And the thing that can help you when it comes to this is called having risk management. And we're going to teach you that in further on tonight. Rule number two, let your winners run, cut your losses fast. The TCT system is a proprietary system that we will teach you that helps you maximize your potential wins. So what that means is if the trade is going in your favor, if it's a call, it's going up, or if it's a put, it's going down. If that trade is going in your favor, we have levels that we use to take profit, right? What that does is that you sell some of your position size, you now secure some of your profit, lessen your risk, and then see if there's a potential, there's more earnings in said trade that you are already in. Now, if you did not have a system to be able to identify these levels, you would have let go of a winning trade and then have to sadly watch a trade go without you. Or you do what a lot of people do, hop yourself back in there and get hurt. Rule number three, you know when to trade and when not to trade. Oh my goodness. This here, ain't nobody tell me this when I was trading. Ain't nobody tell me this when I was starting it out, y'all. There's a time to trade and there's a time when not to trade, right? So our system gives you a visual cues, right? You're able to identify a favorable market, a favorable chart, identify your entries to be able to know, hey, is this a good risk for me? Is this a potential trade that I can get into? Now, nothing in trading is guaranteed. And if anybody tells you that, run. Nothing in trading is guaranteed. But when you have a system, doesn't that give you confidence? Doesn't that give you clarity to understand what you're looking at, why you're looking at it? Why am I getting in? Why am I getting out? If y'all not asking the why, right? That is my thing. I wanted to make sure I understood what was going on when I was getting into this world of trading, okay? Good, good, good. I see you, Don. Now, y'all, here's what have y'all ever heard this? Put yes or no in the chat for me. Have y'all ever heard this? That trading is gambling. Really? Oh, they don't know. Oh boy, oh boy. Trading is gambling. Have y'all heard that? Oh wow. That's a lot of yeses. Well, they ain't never been taught, huh? Okay. Well, let me clearly identify. Let me clearly identify the difference between trading and gambling. And hopefully, going forward, you can tell these folks, hey, this is what if that ever comes up again. Okay. Trading is not gambling, and the difference is here. Gambling is random, right? Some on black, some on red, 21, poker face, whatever. Those, you know what I'm saying? Random, right? Trading is probabilities, right? We identify or we analyze price action, what price does at specific levels. We're able to make a informed decision on what price may do going forward by using the analytic the data that we took from the charts. Okay, so it's not random as gambling is. Now, this is the thing when it comes to identifying your edge and understanding what are we doing with this trade, right? When you trade with a system, you have a reason to identify this as a favorable ticker chart or stock. You have an entry, okay? You have a defined entry. If price does this, then I will do this. That's your defined entry. Then you have a defined exit. All right, I am going to exit at this target or that's my profit target, or if price goes against me, I'm going to exit here at my stop loss. This is how you're able to control the edge. Okay? This is how you're able to actually have an edge. This is what makes it different than gambling. Okay? Now, I want you to say congratulations, G. Congratulations. I call her G. Gina, one of my students, coming up on her year anniversary with me. And I want you to look at the timestamp. We trade the New York session. The New York session begins at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And I want you to look at the timestamp, okay? The timestamp is 10:41 a.m. All right. So Gina was able to make $7,100 in an hour. That is definitely life-changing money, and she said this herself. But I want y'all to understand one clear thing. And the only reason that I'm showing you my students what they say, what they've done, is for you to understand you're only one trade away. You're only one trade away. And I don't know about y'all, but anytime I see anything like this, or there's someone doing something that I'm now aware of, I'm like, okay, the only difference between you and me is what? The information. That is it. So if you're after the information, if you want to be dialed in and be like, yep, I want to make sure I tap in. I'm going to tap in for the rest of 2026 into 2027. Just type info in the chat for me because info will change from where you currently are of like, hey, how do I put these things together? How can I make this my reality? It's simply information. Not only are you going to be able to get the information, but hello, that live trading piece, right? So this is what we have um we've been doing, and we're so grateful to have the opportunity to continue that journey here. So let's get to pillar two, y'all. Pillar two. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I didn't lose anybody, right? Everybody's cool? Cool, 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 cool. Good. So pillar two, how does the market actually move in 2026? How does the market actually move in 2026? So, y'all, the stock market is, we know of the stock market. It's simply the world's largest ownership marketplace, right? You want to purchase shares of a particular company, you go with your dollars and you purchase shares. Now, the traditional way of investing is what we are. That's all I knew. That's all I knew of, right? You own shares of a company and you only make money if that company's prices goes up. If those prices go down, you are sad. Womp womp. Yeah. Options. That is what we're specifically going to be teaching you to trade options, right? You are buying the rights to buy or sell contracts at a certain time, at a certain price by a certain time. You do not own the stock. Reason being, you would have to have a large capital to own said stocks. Now, everyday families are using options and not just stocks to build wealth. And the reason being is that options, you with option contracts, you do not have to have a large capital to be able to trade options, but you're still going to be able to take advantage of those large or those moves of those blue chip companies, right? The Teslas, the Metas, the Microsofts of the world, right? They are those, or Apple. We as options traders, we do not have to have the large capital to buy the shares of the stocks to take advantage of the movement. We buy the option contracts that give us control of what would be equivalent to 100 shares of that particular stock. So with one option contract, you are able to control, right? You're able to have that the leverage of the equivalent of 100 shares of that particular stock. That is how we're able to leverage and multiply our dollars in a quick manner when it comes to an options trader. Okay. So we're able to take advantage of these big players and these moves for a fraction of the capital. Okay. Now, when it comes to paper trading, paper trading is a functionality that all brokerages have. Okay, all brokerages, well, the majority of the brokerages, Robinhood just started that with their Robinhood Legend. So what paper trading is, it's a simulation of the market environment, okay, where you practice buying and selling assets using fake money. So what you're doing is you have your brokerage. All traders, right? Once you begin trading, you all will have a brokerage account, be it Robinhood, Webull, Thinkorswim by Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Moomoo. There are so many of them. But if you're beginning, if this is completely new to you, right? Or if that brokerage is completely new to you, I highly suggest you paper trade. Reason being, you have zero financial risk. Your real money is not risked in the market yet. Okay. Two, you actually get to test out your strategy. So the system that I'm going to teach you, your entry, the defined edge, you actually get to test that out and get comfortable with it on the brokerage, entering and exiting the trades. Third, you actually get familiar with the platform. You know how it moves, you know the functionalities. Y'all know when you download a new app, you need to be comfortable with using this before you're risking your real money. Okay? And confidence building. As a trader, confidence is key, right? Confidence and discipline is key. So, how much more confident will you be as a trader if you fully know, yes, I bought into this trade, and yes, I sold out of this trade? I'm fully comfortable with knowing that I am fully out of the trade. Okay. Nothing is scarier than not sure if you exited the trade. Okay. So, paper trading, make sure you put a note of that. Paper trading is a must, right? The next thing I wanted to talk to you about is something called a prop firm, right? Prop firms are a specific type of brokerage that you can use, or a firm, it's a firm, okay? A firm or a company that gives you trading capital. Now, what you do when it comes to a prop firm as a trader, so you're a beginner trader, you're starting out, you're like, oh, okay, I want to get comfortable with this world of stock market and actually making money. You trade using the firm's money and not your own money. So you leverage their money to make these trades. Now, this is the beauty of the prop firm deal that you're working out with that firm. You share the profits between yourself and the firm. Say you made a wonderful trade. There is a split that's defined by the firm. So if it's an 80-20 split, 90-10 split, you are going to get the bigger portion of that split. Why are prop firms a good thing? Well, you're not using your own capital. So if you're starting out with $200, if you're starting out with five, if you're starting out with 1,000, whatever the case is, you don't have to use your whole capital in your trading account. You use the firm's account. Now, there's different size accounts, say a $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 account. You use that account and you're able to leverage a larger account size, which larger return. So a firm is a wonderful option. And stay to the end. I got a little special little surprise for y'all that's tied into the gift at the end, okay? So this is the one thing I want y'all to know when it comes to being an options trader. You don't need to know everything about options, but you need to know these three things, okay? First and foremost, you need to know what a bullish market is. Okay, you need to fully understand what a bullish market is. You believe that price is going up and you purchase a call option thinking or with the desire that that stock will continue to move up, right? Think of a bull striking up Olay. So I want to give you the scenario of this of there was a tweet that came out that said Apple was about to release flying cars, right? We the Apple is about to release flying cars and they're about to go and start selling those flying cars, right? So when we look at the Apple prices, y'all, the Apple prices shoot up, right? Apple prices just shoot up. The stock just grows higher and higher. And we're like, okay, man, I'm gonna take advantage of that news. So you buy calls because of the fact that you see prices continuing is moving up and you believe it's going to continue to go up. When that price does move up, then those contracts gain value and that's when you're able to sell in profit. All right. Contrary to that, a bearish market, you see prices dropping, you see prices going down to keep going lower and lower and lower. So, guess what, y'all? The next day, news came out that the Apple car news was fake. Apple investors are upset. They're selling off like crazy. The Apple prices are dropping. The apple prices are dropping, okay? And price just keeps going down. This is the thing, what we do as options trader. You see how we were able to make money yesterday when price was moving up in Apple? Guess what we can do today? Hey, we see it's dropping. We can make money as price is moving down also. Okay? So we see that Apple is dropping because of that news. We purchase put contracts, okay? And we take advantage when price does continue to drop. We sell those contracts in profit. Okay. So you are able to make money in a green market and not or a red market. Yes. Choppy market. This is three. Understanding and seeing when the market is in a sideways trend, right? We do not trade here. If the market is moving sideways, price is not moving higher, it's not creating new highs, it's not pushing up, nor it's not moving lower, it's not creating new lows. It's staying within this area where we call a range, consolidations, or for a easier term to remember, choppy. In this case, y'all, your money is getting chopped up. And we do not want to trade into that. Your question might be like, what do I do there? You trade a different ticker that is either in a bearish trend or in a bullish trend. Yes, you got it, Mia. Okay, so listen, the market has changed in the last couple of years, in the last 10 years. But I want y'all to understand something with our president that is currently in office. I usually mess up and say in market because he is a catalyst, right? He can tweet, he can email, he can take a picture, and things can happen. But I want y'all to understand one big thing, y'all, is that the biggest edge in 2026 is not just information, but it's also execution and discipline. Being able to actually execute and take a trade is going to be that change or that consistency that you need to get to that next level. Okay. All right. So I want you to do me one thing. Type go. Type go. 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 Because we gotta understand, y'all. In order to get to the next level, we gotta go. We gotta get opportunities and we have to move on them. Go stands for get opportunities. The thing that we need for to clearly understand, right? That we have gotten to this point using the information, using what we had accessible to us thus far. Now, to get to the next level, my friends, we have to go. We have to seize the opportunities. And this is the thing. When you want to move to a next level, what do you need to make sure you have the proper information and the proper instruction? All right? So this is why we teach one system, okay? In our system, we're going to teach you the fundamentals, learning how to actually understand how the market moves, to read a chart, and to what? Manage risk. Manage risk. Yes, we don't play that. We understand our risk management system and we make sure we implement that. Second step, we understand our entries and exits, identifying that edge. Why are we getting into this trade? Where's my desired target for this trade? And where's my stop loss? One of the things that I always tell my students, never get into a trade unless you know where you're gonna get in, excuse me, where you're gonna get your take your profit at and where is your stop loss. If you just jump into something willy-nilly, then you are literally going back to that side of gambling, and that's not what we do. Three, trading mindset, right? Getting yourself set up for wealth. Trading psychology is what will separate consistent traders from those who are just, using this as a side hustle, and separate from those emotional ones that fall victim to revenge trading, emotional trading, over trading. Okay. And this is the thing that we are going to be helping you to master. I want to say shout out to Braun really quickly. He was able to make 7K in a day. And also Noble was able to get his 1K in a day trophy from the fact that he was able to implement the same systems that you are about to learn. So I want to say congrats to these two gentlemen for tapping in and actually getting the job done here and executing on the information. Alrighty? Now, pillar three. Pillar three is where we are going to act. Type act in the chat for me. Act. ACT, act. Pillar three is where we're going to take some action. This is when you're going to be able to take your first and next confident trade. This is where we get action. I'm about that action, boss. Where that from? It's a movie? Something. Action. When you act, you're taking action and you're changing things. I want y'all to understand that. ACT stands for action changes things. Action changes things. That's what ACT stands for, my friends. And I want going forward, I want nothing more for you than for you to understand that you have all the capabilities inside of you to level up. If no one has told you this, there's no one coming to save you. If no one has told you this in all the years of your life, it took me till I got to 30 something. Understand, ain't nobody. I have beautiful parents. I have beautiful aunts. I have wonderful uncles. I have an awesome daddy. I have a fine husband. But ain't nobody coming to save you. I was the best teacher. I was the best role model. I was the best coach. I was the best team leader. But ain't nobody coming to save you but you. The only person that you can put all your faith in other than your creator is yourself. Now, if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, yep, I've done all that I can do to get me to the next level. I'm so proud of myself. Then you good. Kudos to you. You living the best life. But if you understand that you want more out of this life, if you understand that you deserve more, and you see people leveling up, left, they leveling up right, you still gonna see me, because I'm gonna be me. And you still sit back and let 2026 pass, 2027 come, you set a whole new set of rule, what it called? The New Year's resolution? Hey, just saying, friends, you gotta act. You gotta act. And if you, hey, listen, Mike and I, if you don't act with us, just act. Just act. Take action. Change something. Do something different. Nothing happens in the same place you are currently at. Nothing different happens. You get the same of the same. You gotta act. You gotta move. You have to move. You owe it to your future self. You owe it to your future self, right? So I want y'all to understand one thing. I want y'all to understand one thing. One very, very important thing. One important thing. We're gonna move on to the pillar here, pillar three. But I'm talking to the people that really, really want to get to the next level. So that's all. That's the only people I'm talking to. The only people that want to get to the next level. That's it. That is the only folks I'm talking to because you deserve more. And I get passionate about that because I know what I've done for myself. I know what my husband has done for himself. I know what we've done for our family because we tapped into rooms like this, multiple rooms like this. And this is how we were able to set ourselves up for success. That doesn't happen overnight, it doesn't happen by chance. And you're here for a purpose and you're here for a reason. So kudos to you for being here and tapping in and actually staying dialed in. So way to go. And I want y'all to know this one thing here. Well, I'm gonna give y'all some sauce right now, and this is our checklist that we go through every day in order to take a trade. And this is where we're gonna give you some, like I literally said, I'm gonna tear back the blindfolds and give y'all that saucy stuff. But I want Mike to know because he's like, bro, we really giving him this? Yes. Just do me a quick favor. Type applied in the chat. Applied. Applied. Sorry, apply, apply. Because you haven't applied it yet, but you're going to apply. I apologize. Apply with a Y. Because I want Mike to understand that you're going to apply these things. This is literally a checklist that we go through. We teach our students, and we're teaching you this too. This is something that you could take away and actually implement. Way to go. Yes, I see y'all. Thank y'all. Okay, Mike, they say yeah, they're about to do it. Good job, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. So first things first, step one of my checklist in the morning, what we want to do is we want to identify the overall market, right? Is it trendy and in what direction? We need to, and you remember when I was talking about being able to know when is a favorable time to trade versus not. This is one of those things that we use to say, hey, are we in a trendy market in either direction? Okay? So that's the first thing we do. We're looking for and seeing if we're in a trendy market. So, so when we're talking about trendy, we talked about this a little bit earlier, the bullish versus a bearish market. If we are seeing that there is a bullish market, bullish meaning Olay prices moving up, we see that price is going higher. We'd be interested in purchasing what there's called a call option. If we see that price is trending up and is continuing to trend up, we would then be looking for entry to purchase a call option. Contrary to that, if we see that, you remember that Apple stock that's dropping, if we see that price is trending down and we see that price continues to make lower lows, we would then be interested to purchase a put contract, okay? And when the best way to remember the call versus a put, if you're trying to reach your friend and tell them about this amazing masterclass that you're on with Coach Mike and Coach T, you would pick up the phone to make a call. You'd be like, hey, go ahead and click the link. You would purchase a call because you pick up the phone. You see prices moving up, you believe it's going to continue to go up. Contrary to that, when you're like, okay, girl, I'm about to go listen, you put down the phone, right? When you're done with the phone call, you put down the phone. You see price trending down, you would purchase a put contract, okay? And you're able to make money if price goes up or down. Now, pop quiz real quick. Just do for me real quick in the chat. When you look at this chart, put a C or a P determining according to the trend. What would you purchase, a C or a P? You see that we're in a downtrend. What would you be purchasing, a C or a P? Yes. That's it. That's it. That's it. Very good. Very, very good. Good job. You would be purchasing a put contract. Wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Yes, we would purchase a put contract depending on our entry, right? According to the TCT system, you would purchase a put contract and your contract, once again, to value into profit, you would sell. Now, looking at the next chart, what would you be purchasing here? A C or a P? Yes. Okay, okay, okay. Wonderful. Good job, guys. Thanks for participating. You would be purchasing a call contract because you see that price is moving higher. It's making a new higher high and it's breaking through these levels. It's moving very in upward direction, bullish. Olay, right? Buyers are in control, pushing price up. You would be purchasing a call contract, and then when your contract gets into profit, you would sell profit. I want y'all to clearly see you can make money in a bullish market or a bearish market. Wonderful. Now, next thing, we're going to be looking for strength and weakness in the stock, strength or weakness in that particular stock. This is going to be step two. Step two, when we are looking for strength or weakness, we're looking at the candlesticks, okay? And in order to determine that this stock is weak, the green candle closes below half of a red candle, okay? For a standard stock or that standard ticker, it closes above half of a red candle. Okay. And then finally, for it to show strength, that candle or that stock finally closes above the price of a red candle. That's what shows strength versus weakness in that particular stock. Now, step three, which is my favorite part of trading. I love levels because of the fact that I really wanted to know why price reacted the where it did and why it would stop on a dime and bounce and whatever the case is. When I found out about support and resistance, it was just like aha moment. With when it comes to step this area here or step three, identifying support and resistance. So where you currently are, there's a floor. If you would jump, you would be supported, right? You wouldn't fall through it. So just like that on your stock chart, there are levels of support that are defined. And that is defined by price having the inability to continue to fall. So price was falling and it continued to make lower lows. It was moving down and price found a level of support. When it found that level of support, it was unable to continue its downward motion. It then bounced up. And that is defined by a level of support. Who creates level support are buyers. Buyers are who push price up. Contrary to support, there is a resistance level, which is a ceiling, right? This is where price is unable to continue rising. It was moving in an upward direction, a bullish trend, making higher highs. Price found a resistance level or a ceiling, and it was then able to bounce down. Who creates levels of resistance? Sellers. Sellers push price down. Okay. Now, this is where as a trader, I go ahead and mark these support and resistance levels for my group every day. And it's going to be very helpful for you as a trader going forward to identify these levels. So while we are trading during the day, if you trade Nvidia, if you trade Tesla, if you trade Microsoft, hood, whatever the case is, there's different levels of support and resistance throughout the chart. Now, I want y'all to see here, this is what it would look like on a stock chart. You see that price found it was trying to fall, right? It was trying to fall and it was unable to continue to fall due to this level of support. Once again, every time that price gets to this level of support, it what? Bounces up. Now, I want y'all to understand one thing too, one key note if you're taking notes. Support and resistance levels are zones. So you see that we have lines here, but they are zones. So you can see that price did not completely touch right here, but that's perfectly fine. It's still reacting to this support level here. So think of it as a zone. So think of it as like a rectangle. It's not just the exact line that it has to touch on. Okay. Now, as you can see here, when it comes to the resistance level, price pushed up and it found that ceiling. It found that selling pressure and it was unable to continue rising and it bounced down. Now, your question might be like, okay, cool, Taneisha, this looks fun, but how do I use this? Imagine if you were in a call position. You remember we were looking at that Apple play and we're like, yes, Apple's going to continue moving up and we're going to make so much money off of these Apple car news. Woohoo! So you purchase calls. But then you're like, hey, look, there's a resistance level there. All right, price may react at this resistance level. What do? We sell, or because we have identified this level of a ceiling, right? Where price has reacted previously. We sell some of our contracts so that we can avoid this drawdown and losing the money or the profit that we've made thus far. How amazing would that be? You make this beautiful move to the upside, you take your profit, and you're like, okay, boom, I've already made my money. This bounce did not affect me because I've already taken this off because I was able to identify the support resistance level. Okay. Now, four, four, identifying if price has broken the ORB. Identifying if price has broken the ORB, okay? Now, ORB stands for opening range breakout, okay? Opening range breakout, okay? And we are, while we're going through our checklist during the morning, we want to see if price has broken out of this. Now, opening range breakout simply stands for price, this range of the first 15 minutes. I use the 15-minute ORB. It simply stands for the price action in the first 15 minutes. Okay. So market opens 9:30, my friends. If I'm looking at the price action for the first 15 minutes, that goes to what time? 9:45. Okay. So between 9:30 and 9:45, there's candles. They're opening, closing, making bodies, making wicks, right? Moving up, moving down, and they're making a range. They're making a high and a low for that first 15 minutes. Now, what the opening range does, it just gives me that level. The green is the high ORB, the red is the low ORB. Now, a play that or a setup that we can look for is a break of the opening range breakout. We have a bullish break. What a bullish break identifies is that price has broken higher than the ORB high and we might be interested in a play to the upside if our entry produces itself. Contrary to that, we have a bearish opening range breakout where price has broken to the downside. It has broken, made a new low, right? It got out the low, the ORB low, made a new low. We might be interested in a play to the downside. So this helps us identify if we're in this choppy range or if we have finally broken out of that. Okay. 5. Hey, I wanted to check in. I want to check in real quick. Put a go in the chat for me if we can go to the next one. I didn't lose anyone 1 through 4. I just want to make sure. Put go in the chat. All right. I see y'all are dialed in. Awesome. 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 Okay. Good job, guys. Yes. Wonderful. 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 I see y'all are locked in. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Um, so for 5, what is the maximum risk on the trade? And I want y'all to understand when it comes to this particular step, a lot of traders miss this or they don't even know about it. So, listen, I didn't know about this when I started trading. So, I feel so grateful to teach this to y'all or just make sure you're aware of this. But just understand your risk to reward ratio, right? Because not a lot of traders do not understand why they're not making the money they want to make or not being consistent. It's mostly just because of the fact that they're not fully aware of this and they're just taking the market is open, so I'm taking a trade. The market is open, and that was me. I'm 100% honest. That was me. The market is open, duh. Money is here, so let me make it. But that's not the case. If you want to do this thing for the long term, you have to understand your risk to reward. When it comes to risk to reward, what are you risking in order to make this? Right? That is it. What am I putting up in order to make this? Your risk is your input, or excuse me, your risk is your stop loss, right? That's the risk that you're putting on this particular trade. You're risking this in order to make this. Now, when it comes to a one-to-one, think of it as 50-50, right? You're risking $1 to make $1. Okay? You're risking $2 to make 2. You're risking 200 to make 200. Okay? So that's 50-50. Now, when we're looking for a more favorable risk to reward setup, we want a smaller risk, a bigger reward. So if we're looking to the 1-to-2 ratio, we're risking $1 to make 2. We're risking $100 to make 200. We're risking 1,000 to make 2,000. Okay. Same thing when it comes to a 1-to-3 ratio. You're risking 1 to make 3. You're risking $100 to make $300. 1,000 to make 3,000. Okay. This is the beauty of your winning rate. You don't have to win so much if you're looking at the progression of the winning rates. You don't have to win as much to make the kind of money you want to make if your risk to reward ratio is dialed in correctly. Okay? Finally, 6 is to identify your targets. Okay? Identify your targets. And these come from those support and resistance levels also. Okay? Support resistance level, key levels, indicators, whatever the case is. Just areas where you're able to take off risk off of your position size when the trade does go in your favor. So identifying your profit target is going to be one of those things. Remember, when I say get into the trade, you must have your stop and your profit target defined before you put that sell button or that buy button to get into that particular trade. Okay. So the red area here is the stop. That is the area where if the price curls down, right? This is a call trade, right? Now, if this price curls down and it gets into my stop area here, I might be able to get out of the trade at a loss. But this is the beauty of understanding your defined risk. You're never supposed to lose your whole position size, meaning whatever you put into that trade. This is a defined risk, it be it 15%, 20%, whatever the case is. It's a defined risk that we have marked out. We are never trading to lose 100% of our risk or our investment into that particular trade. But we can make 100% profit if the chart wants to or the stock wants to give us that kind of play. This is having an edge. You're not over here just throwing your money hoping for the best. All right. So as you can see, we have an entry here. We have the target here. This is where we were able to sell in profit. All right. Now I want y'all pillar 4. We're here onto pillar 4. But I want y'all to understand one thing when it comes to leveling up. You have to give yourself the grace to learn this, right? The grace to learn this and the opportunity and the space to actually level up. So what we're doing here is the wealth ladder system. And I want y'all to, there's a few parts to the wealth ladder system, and there's four parts to our wealth ladder system. So the first part is going to be the high yield savings account. So there's more than one way to generate wealth or to get to that financial freedom that we talked about earlier. Currently, you're only doing one way, or you might have one or two. But imagine having a system like four different ways to actually say, okay, I am dialed in from 2026 on to this wealth ladder system. The first part is going to be your high yield savings account. This is where if you do not have one yet, right? You should have one today because that money that's in the shoebox, the money that's in that savings account at Bank of America, Chase, whatever the case is, you are not getting 4 to 5% interest on that. You're maybe getting 0.001% on on that money. Now, we as wealth creators, we need to make sure these dollars are working to make more dollars. So, what a high yield savings account is you're able to put that money away for a certain amount of time, or you have that money put away, and you're able to make interest on that money, y'all. Okay. So that money is safe and it's untouchable, and it makes money for you just sitting there. I'm gonna tell you a quick story about my experience with the high yield savings account. When I found out I was having a child, I opened a high yield savings account before he even came was born because I knew I wanted to do something different, right? So any money that he got, even in the baby shower, I put it into high yield savings account. His first birthday, high yield savings account. And one of the things that I a goal that I set out every year of his life. I wanted him to have 1,000 to match that. So he had to have 1,000 at one, 2,000 at two, 3,000 at three, so on and so forth. So we were able to raise that savings account so much so then I transferred it over to open up his brokerage account. But I did not close his high yield savings account. I still contribute to that to this day with that birthday money and extra money now that he's 7, right? To be able to say, hey, when you're of age, I am not just going to give you $100 or whatever the case is. I'm going to give you this account and show you what wealth creation looks like, what I've done for you thus far, right? What I have, because this is how we set our kids up in the future, right? We don't just say, okay, you go out in the world. We actually give them something to start off with. So he's not only having a high yield savings account, but he also has a brokerage account. Yeah. So how cool would that be? Your grandchild, your godchild, your niece, your nephew, yourself, right? You have a high yield savings account that helps you generate wealth while you're chilling. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and team, and we're going to drop the link to the high yield savings account that we're going to take a moment to tap in. There's SoFi here. I saw someone say SoFi is great. SoFi is giving 3.8% right now. And they're also going to give you up to $400 if you have a direct deposit linked to your SoFi account. There's also Valley Direct that's giving you 4% on that on your account. So 4% interest on whatever money you deposit. Chime also is giving 3.75 interest rate right now on direct deposit accounts. But today, you don't have to deposit anything. You just go ahead and click on that offer, click on it and see the offer, and you can just sign up. And then let me know that you have done that in the chat by simply putting done in the chat. Because I really remember told you earlier, I want everyone to leave here with something. If it's this that you said, oh, I'm aware of a high yield savings account now. I've opened it. I'm actually going to use it, right? I'm actually going to tap in and access this and use it for myself going forward. So, way to go. Okay, I see you, Alicia. Okay, Linda. Awesome. Okay, Yolanda. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Uh okay. Okay, Chris. Good, good. Okay, I see. Okay, Michelle, not playing at all. All right, Vincent, I see you. I SoFi, SoFi is a really good option because of the fact that it has a high interest rate. 3.8 is a really competitive rate, and it's a well-known institution. Also, they're actually giving you cash for depositing, so I will always go for the cash. Okay, Simone, I see. Congratulations on opening it. Oh wait. All right, Keisha, you have Chime already. Cool. Hi, Tiara. Allie, how's Allie, Martha? Good? Really good. Okay, okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. That's awesome. I see some folks that are definitely dialed in. I see some, yes, already, yeah, I have that. We all need to be like on that side of I already got that bin on it. Yes, my account looking nice. I love that for us to level up as a community because I trust me, I was in my ripe old age of
Hmm.
I want to be it's embarrassing how old I was when I learned about a high yield savings account. So let's stop. Hey, make sure hey, this is another thing. Send this to a friend. Do you have a high yield savings account? If you don't, just open it. That'll make me feel better as a friend, right? To be like, we don't need it because I'm like embarrassed. I was having a Bank of America account for too long, y'all. A Bank of America savings account for too long, and it's not right. So share this. Share this. It's embarrassing, but not anymore. Not anymore. So make sure that you go ahead and hit that done. Okay? Yeah. Link up. That's true. Okay, good, good, good. And yeah, if you already have one for yourself, it's set your child up, explain it to them, show them that the desire to grow wealth is not just savings. This is a difference. Because all I knew of was just savings, but this is wealth creation because my money is making money for me, right? So you don't know what that flower or planting that seed of wealth creation by something as small that you might think that this is might be so impactful to the person that you're sharing this with. So way to go on that. And I want to do something special to those individuals who are actually uh acting today. I want to go ahead and deposit into your account. So I want to make that first deposit. So the two individuals, we're gonna do a drawing, a random drawing of those individuals that put done in the chat and you actually looked into the account, opened the account today. I'm gonna deposit $100 into two accounts today. So just make sure you hit done because we're gonna do the drawing later on. Okay. And make sure that you're able to access that. So way to go. Yes. All right, all right, all right. So what we're gonna let's keep going. And as you're finishing, just keep typing done in the chat for me. Um, so what I want you to do is let's go to the second phase. The second part of the wealth ladder is going to be the day trading aspect where we actually trade live. So that checklist, we put that into action with the TCT system. And that is an income engine. If it's $100 a day, if it's $500, if it's 1,000, whatever the case is, that's an income engine. Now, this is why we always say your first business partner is your 9 to 5, because as you're growing as a trader, you are now not stressed to be like, oh, I got to make that money to pay my mortgage or I got to pay my rent or whatever the case is. You're generating wealth to go make more money for you, right? So as a day trader, we're not taking that money and be like, yeah, let's go. What we do with that, some of that gets deployed to the high yield savings, or some of that go to the next phase, which is going to be the two next phases of options trading, which is either swing trading or leaps. What a swing trade is a short momentum ride, right? That lasts a few days to a few weeks. And that's funded from profits of your day trading account. What a swing trade is, if we believe that, say, Tesla is going to get to a certain number by a certain period of time, we then enter into a swing trade, right? So we set apart a certain money, we set our target, and we let Tesla do its thing. Okay. Now, swings are really, really a wonderful way to access the market where you do not have to be in a trade day to day, but you're able to still benefit from that movement. The fourth or final rung of the wealth ladder is leaps. Long-term equity anticipated security. That's what LEAP stands for. That's a long-term play. Okay. So what that means is that you're able to bet on the stock that you believe is going to do its thing. Apple, Meta. You might have some sleepers like Iron or MU was doing a thing at one point. There was one point where Eli Lilly was going crazy. Okay, so the thing where it comes to leaps is that's a long term. You put that money away for a year, 18 months, 2 years, and then you benefit from the profits. Okay, so this is a thing where there are four prongs to wealth creation when it comes to understanding. And it's off of the simple fact that now you understand how to read charts. So you know where to buy when price is low, where to sell when price is high. You're able to then use those funds in day trading to move them into swings, move them into leaps, and move them into your high yield savings account. Now, I want to show y'all some profits from the swings and leaps. And this is the kind of returns that are potential that some of the students have experienced, or just want to show you what's possible when you are able to actually put into action the information you have learned or the system you have learned. So 900% returns, meaning whatever you put in, y'all, you get a 900% return on that, 250% return, 500%, 364%. That is nothing to like hold lightly. Those are the kind of returns that happen when it comes to a leap. And this person here is actually a mom and a nurse. And the fact that individuals that have that kind of responsibility are still able to access the market, put this trade into play or put this play in, then live their life and then collect on something like this is literally outstanding. Okay. Now, when it comes to trading, you don't need to know everything. You don't need to be a super technical expert to be able to make $200 a day, right? You need to see these three things and understand what these three things are, okay? Trend. Is this a bullish trend? Green candles, price moving up, or is this a bearish trend? Red candles, price moving down, okay? Two, support and resistance level. Where has the stock prices bounced before? Remember, support being the floor, resistance being the ceiling. Buyers control, create support levels, sellers create resistance levels. Three, identifying volume. Is it showing that buyers are definitely stepping up and pushing price up, or is this selling pressure? Is this indeed a downtrend? Who is here in the market right now, and can it confirm the move that I am interested in taking? Okay. Now, let's go over an actual trade that we took, a real trade on SPY. And this is how we walk through an actual setup. The market is in an uptrend, as you can see. SPY then pulls back to a key level of support. This is what we call a pullback here, okay? So when we are defining those support resistance level in our system, I am okay with the pullback. I actually really like the pullback here, okay? So with that pullback, we have a support level, which is the 200 simple moving average, which is a very strong support level. With that pullback, then I am now showing that there is buying pressure here that's going to help push price back up. We do take a call option on this particular trade. And as you can see, when this resistance level does in fact break, we get a beautiful move to the upside. We do have stop losses simply on the opposite side of the 200 simple moving average, and we're able to take profit at the hourly levels that we created, those support resistance levels. So this is literally what we're looking at on a daily basis. Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Now we look for our defined entry. We wait for our entry. We take our entry. We take profits at our profit targets. That's it, day in, day out, either with a call or a put. Okay. But the biggest thing I want you to take away from this, y'all, is that your losses are smaller, need to be smaller, and your wins need to be bigger. Alrighty. Now, here's what the training tonight has shown you and what it has not. What it has shown you and what it has not. So what this training has showed you, it's taught you about the mindset of a trader. It has showed you what a real trade look like. We just did it. But also understanding the proper mindset of a trader. Now, understanding the framework and actually executing it with confidence are two very different things. The gap between I understand this and I can do it consistently is where most traders get stuck. Okay? So, my question here for you, right? Am I going to, and this is a question you have to ask yourself, am I going to try to figure this out on my own, or am I going to go alongside coaches who have already figured this out? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Am I going to go completely by myself? I can get there eventually. Or am I going to actually go with coaches that have figured this out? But I want to know real quick. I hope I didn't bore you, right? How many of y'all enjoyed the time with myself and Coach Mike here this evening? How many of y'all enjoyed yourself? Yes. How many of you in? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love that. I'm glad you learned something new. I'm glad you actually saw something here, but I'm excited to find out who is ready to take their first and next trade confidently. Who is ready to take their first and next trade? I hope the me. Type me in the chat. Just spam it me because this should be the jumping off point, right? This should be the jumping off point of for you into the next phase, the next version of yourself. Just understanding that, listen, it's definitely my time, right? Me. Yes, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. So I want to introduce to y'all. I'm so excited to invite you to the 5 day Trade to Wealth Challenge. Okay, the 5 day Trade to Wealth Challenge. Okay, I'm so excited. This is where we are going to have 5 whole days to sit with each other. Okay, and this is your fastest path from I want to learn how to trade to actually placing my first real trade with confidence. Uh, the with the 5 day challenge, y'all, our goal is for you to take your first trade with confidence. This is a live trading training. I want y'all to understand this. It's interactive, it's a hands-on mentorship. Now, you're not watching any videos, you're not going to watch a recording. You say I'm talking to you like this. Um, you're gonna be able to sit there with Coach Mike and myself, okay? Uh, and with that 5 day accelerator, we are going to be your accountability partners, and we are going to be here walking you through our system. And we have some surprises throughout the challenge that you're going to benefit from because we want you to be successful. So we're super excited. But I saw a lot of me's. I saw a lot of me's. Okay. Do y'all actually want to know what the 5 days consist of? Like, y'all really want to know what those consist of? For sure. Yes. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Let's get it. Let's get it. So those 5 days. Yeah. So day one is gonna be the millionaire trader's mindset. That's day. We gotta set the stage. We gotta set your mindset. Now, I always want you to appreciate you for what you have done thus far. Because whatever mindset you have about yourself and your finances, your goal, your ability got you to this point. Okay? Got you to this point where you're here. You made the decision. You signed up, you signed on, you opened the Zoom, you put on your camera, you writing on your notebook. Your mindset got you to this point. Kudos to that current mindset. But I want you to say, oh, job well done. You did good. Now I need to shift my mindset to where I want to go. All right. I want to be the first in my family. I want to be the one where they remember my name, right? I'm Auntie T, Coach Mike, Grandpa Mike, right? This is how we generate or create legacy. You have to, there has to be a shift. There has to be a stopping point of what we've been doing or what we know, and then we have to have a starting point. So understanding the proper mindset of a millionaire or an individual that's actually a trader is what we're going to want to be focusing. You have to shed the mindset that you have had thus far and put on that mindset where you're going to be seeing money in yourself and your ability to earn money in a different way. You have to have that proper mindset because, hey, $1,000 day don't come from an individual that make $1,000 in 2 weeks or a week. That's it's a different mindset. It's a different way that you look at money. It's a different way you look at yourself. So understanding that there has to be a shifting, a breaking, a rebuilding that happens, and that happens in day one. Yeah, let's go. Rich. Yes, I love it. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. Um, Oh my gosh, y'all are so cute. Day two is where we have our trading checklist and understanding the proper platforms that you need and the accounts and the foundation. So you're gonna need the brokerage, you're gonna need the charting software. So what does that look like for me? That's what happens on day two, okay? And when it comes to foundation, this is very big for us because as an elementary school teacher, right? I taught kindergarten. I taught all the grades, mind you. Fun fact, I've taught all the grades in primary or elementary school level. And one of the things that we had to do is to set the foundation at each level. So in kindergarten, I had to teach those babies that came in with letters how to read. And then in first grade, we had to teach them how to comprehend. And then in second grade, we had to stretch their comprehension. In third grade now, in fourth and fifth, they had to be able to analyze information. Same thing as a trader, y'all. It's the same thing as a trader. In the beginning, we have to understand candlesticks, the body of the candlestick, the movement of candlesticks, how price reacts at particular levels. How do we identify levels? What is an entry? What is an exit? Why am I entering? Why am I exiting? How do I make profit? What does that look like? Now, if you're a complete, utter beginner, this is probably like, what? But day two is when the what's are answered, right? No, day two is when the what's are answered. And when you have a strong foundation, my friends, then you are able to build on that. My brother does construction management, and he showed me when he builds high rises, and he has to dig down in order to build up. And that's what we're going to do here in day two. Day three is how the market really works in 2026 with our president. Oh, our president in market, in office. It's the movements. They're making people literal millionaires in the market, and we want to be a part of it. You can like him, you cannot, but just understanding that the market is moving and how do we benefit from that in 2026 into 2027 is what we're going to cover in day three. How amazing would it be to be able to open your charts like we did today and every day, look at an Nvidia chart, Tesla chart, and say, yep, I see something. And that's a 20, 30, 40% play that we were able to do in minutes. That is what we're going to be able to identify what that looks like in day three. Day four, reading real charts, right? Reading real charts. Now, this is identifying remember how we were talking about bullish bearish trend, spotting the actual trade and identifying that that's a favorable trade, that's a setup. Then imagine day five. Think of it as like a graduation day where you're able to actually take your first live trade. Okay. Now we are going to definitely be here. Obviously, we're going to be here with these 5 days. And our best suggestion, and I want to be on record, the disclaimer, please use a paper trading account for this live trade. But that is to give you the feel of what it feels like to actually implement and execute a trade. And I think it's going to be something that, no, I know for a fact it's going to open your eyes because not only you have had the desire, but now you have the education. So for the best experience by far is going to be platinum. So you're going to need to have a ticket to actually come to the event. Yes, I'm inviting you So, but I want you to actually have a ticket to come to the event. So, with this ticket, you are going to now have access to everything inside of the actual challenge. Now, premium is what platinum is. Premium is top of the line. You already know that when it comes to anything that you have experienced. To get the best experience is going to be with the platinum admissions. Now, with the platinum admissions, of course, you're going to come to the 5 day general session, but additionally, I love that additional word. I want more. You get an additional 5 hours of training with Coach Mike and myself, aside from the general session. So, an hour before the general session, you platinum members are able to come inside of a special room separate from general and everyone else, and you're able to have a personal Q&A session with Coach Mike and myself. So as we were talking and learning in this session, you may have some questions. Imagine being able to have an hour to be like, hey coach, what's this? Hey, I want to see here. I'm not sure what that is. Let's clear that up. That's what we're going to be doing in those Q&A sessions. As a teacher too, I want to tell you one thing. What we do at all of our trainings is to say, hey, make sure you foster peer-to-peer interaction because that's where the majority of learning happens. So hearing a peer or a community member's question, you might be like, wow, that's an awesome question. I wouldn't even think to ask that. So that's what's one of the awesome perks that are going to happen on a daily basis. 5 extra hours of training that we're going to go through every day before the general session. The next thing, when it comes to our platinum admissions, ain't nothing like a platinum party. Okay, ain't nothing like a platinum party. You're going to have access to the platinum networking night. Remember I was telling you I'm leveling up in my teaching class or my teaching world, my classroom. I didn't have nobody to level up with. Now if you are in the platinum room, you deem yourself as platinum. So, which better individuals to level up with than more platinum folks? So, in that platinum networking night, you might find your trading buddy. You might find that individual that's in your area, in your vicinity, that has the same mindset as you, and you're like, boom, let's connect. Let's bounce ideas off of each other. Let's support each other. Let's hold each other accountable as we go through this journey. Because ain't nothing like trying to level up by yourself. It can be very lonely, or trying to talk to your friends or family about what you're trying to do. They will never understand, right? Now, the next thing I want y'all to know when it comes to platinum, we also have a platinum telegram group that you will get access to this evening as a platinum member, where you're going to get supported by the chat, by the support team, and also myself and Coach Mike, and you'll get to be abreast of anything that's happening during the challenges. Okay. Finally, our workbook. Our workbook is going to be something that is going to be essential for your success going forward through the challenge and also into your trading. Think of it as a textbook. When I was in school with my kids, hey, you're going to be able to follow along with me while I am teaching you in the challenge and taking your notes. Instead of taking it in a random notebook, imagine having a resource right there to actually use not only during the challenge but into your trading. So think of that as your textbook that you're going to be able to refer back to going forward. Okay. Now, if we talk about all the parts of what you would get as a platinum person, that would easily be $2,500 easily. Just the training alone, the 5 day training is $997. And if we would price everything out, it would easily be $2,500. But that's not what you're not paying $2,500 at all. You're not paying $2,500 tonight. You're not even paying half of that. You're not even paying half of that. For tonight, in order to come to our challenge, our 5 day challenge, the only thing that you would have to invest is $497. Only $497 to be able to come to our 5 day Trade to Wealth challenge. So, team, I want you to go ahead and drop that link because I know there's some action takers. I know there's some friends here that really, really want to get going. So, go ahead and, team, thank you so much for dropping the link in the chat for our friends to get their ticket. And I am ready to go ahead and congratulate the first person that wants to sign up. Now, listen, when it comes to um action takers, Those are the ones that get things done. Always say action takers are money makers. So for those individuals that are signing up, the first five platinum members, the first five platinum members or first five platinum ticket members, I am going to gift you one $50,000 funded prop firm account. Yes. So for the first five platinum ticket members, I'm going to give you a $50,000 free, completely free prop firm funded account with my partners, Vanquish, where I was able to secure some free accounts. Now, that is uh like I said, you're able to trade with a $50,000 account. So if you were starting out your trading and you wanted to, you only had $1,000 or $500 to trade to open your account, with this, you now have the capability to trade with $50,000. And I want y'all to understand that this is a benefit to you because if you only have $1,000 or $500, you're only able to trade certain stocks or only take a smaller position size. With $50,000, you have more flexibility. You have more cash available to you. Okay? All right. So now, when it comes to the challenge here, okay? When it comes to the challenge, we have different options also. So I want y'all to understand that there's different options. Make sure you go ahead and secure your ticket, okay? You have the platinum option, which is for $497. You also got the VIP session, which is also an amazing ticket, right? Where you're able to come to the 5-day challenge. You're also able to attend the Q&A session. You can come to the Q&A session, you can hear the Q&A session, and you get access to the kickoff call. Now, this is what I want y'all to understand, right? That the information that we're about to cover in the challenge has given individuals, like I have shown you before, the ability to make the $100 a day, the $200 a day. And we're going to break that down, show you in real time on charts, and get you situated and set up. So I want to say congratulations to those friends who are securing their ticket. And if you're working on it, tell me you're working on it, because you're probably like, okay, which one? Which one do I want to do? Which ticket do I want to do? Go ahead and pick your ticket and then let me know you're done in the chat, okay? So when it comes to the different options, we also have general admission. Just get in the room. $97 gets you into the room. You're still going to be getting 5 whole days of training. 5 whole days of training with myself and Coach Mike. And y'all didn't know this, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for y'all too. I'm gonna make sure that one of those days you're gonna get a special training from our futures coach, Coach Jordan. We do have a futures coach where there is a futures division that trades during the evening, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a special session with Coach Jordan to give you information all focused on futures. So you're getting not only one way to generate wealth, but you're going to get two. Our futures coach and options from Coach Mike and myself. So that's 3 whole coaches for those 5-day challenge, for the 5-day challenge. So let me know when you're done in the chat here, so we can celebrate you. And congratulations. All right, Steven, congratulations. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I want to see you in the challenge. It's going to be awesome. Let's go, Steven. Congrats, congrats, congrats. It's going to be a wonderful time. All right, Maria, congratulations to you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Demetrius, I see you for securing your platinum ticket. Congratulations. Congratulations, Demetrius. All right, all right, all right, all right. Done. I see you. Who said done? All right, Tiffany. Tiffany, congratulations on securing your ticket. All right, all right. And remember, I want to make sure y'all know these the challenges, the classes are recorded. The classes are recorded, but I tell you, you're gonna get the best experience in person. So make sure you know that that being in person is going to be more impactful. Hey, this 413, congratulations. You secured your platinum ticket. 413, if you want to unmute and let me know your name because I want to know, I want to say congratulations to you and what I want to know why you secured your ticket. So I want to say, let me know why. If you're comfortable with being on camera, because not everybody is comfortable being on camera, but if you are, just raise your hand, your virtual hand on Zoom, and the team will highlight you so we can. I just want to know why you secured your ticket today, and what are you looking forward to during the challenge. All right. Oh, thanks, Kai. Appreciate you. Oh, all right, Audrey. Congratulations on securing your platinum ticket. Congratulations on securing your platinum ticket. All right, Audrey. Congrats, congrats, congrats. So let's go. Remember, you have three options. And like I said, if you're working on it, go ahead and let me know that you're still working on it. So remember when it comes to that prop firm, those five first platinum members that have secured their platinum ticket, this is what prop firms do. They give you access to more buying power, more capital. You have instead of what you would normally or personally trade with, because I don't know about you, when I started off, I wasn't starting off with a $50,000 trading account. So having the access to that will change the game exponentially for you, okay? You're lowering your personal risk because you're risking the firm's money, not your dollars in that trading. You're able to practice discipline and you're able to take smarter trades, okay? The potential earning payout once you have passed it, that is just yours. And this particular firm that I work with, you can get payouts that same day. Okay, so it's a wonderful, wonderful benefit and way to go to those platinum members. And I want to shout out to you for being action takers. So go ahead and let me know that you secure your ticket so I can get my first five. Flory, you can unmute. Hello.
Sorry, I cannot share my camera right now.
It's okay,
So
my dear.
yeah,
It's all
but
right.
yeah, so I am so excited that I joined this class because I always wanted to learn how to trade, and I have find myself in so much situations that I got scammed.
Oh man.
Yes, so because I so want to learn it, but there are a lot of people out there just scamming people, you know.
Yeah.
So I was one of them, and but that doesn't make me give up. I just keep on going to the trading class, master classes to find the right fit because I want to build wealth. I want to
Yeah.
learn it. I want the skill. And this, I like the way you teach, first of
Thank you.
all, because yeah, I really like the way you teach. You teach for us to understand, and it's really direct. And I'm just excited, and I had to go for the platinum because I want to be part of that, having that access of cash to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm excited, and thank you so much for sharing that skill and teaching us. I'm really looking forward to learning that skill.
Oh, wonderful, Flory. It was so nice. Thank you so much for it. I love your voice. You're making me smile just talking to you. I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I appreciate you seeing something in us, and we're so excited to help you on this journey. This is one of our goals to make sure that our people land with us, and you are people now, so you good. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're,
Thank you. I'm looking forward.
yes, my dear. Okay, it was nice meeting you. I'll see you in the challenge. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Bye. All right, all right, all right. Yes, it was so nice meeting Flory. Yes. All right, let me see who else is securing their iPad. Okay, iPad. Type iPad, type your name so I can say congratulations to you. All right, all right, all right. Wonderful, wonderful. Sequoia, congrats, my dear. Congratulations on securing your ticket. Congrats, Jordan. Jordan on securing your platinum ticket. Way to go, way to go, way to go. Let's, all right. Mais. Is that mais? Mais? Maisa. Oh, congrats. Congrats, Maisa. Oh, you got your platinum. Okay, Sequoia, I see you. Congratulations. So listen here. The challenge is for you if you're a complete beginner. I want to make that very, very clear. If you're a complete beginner, if you're like, okay, I do not understand what we're talking about, I really want to know, this is for you because we want to help beginner traders to understand exactly what they're doing. And that is what the challenge is also designed for. So if you're a complete beginner, you're in the right place. If you've tried trading before, but you've never really had a system, right? You dibble dabbled, you bought, you sold, but you've never really had a system of understanding your defined entry or actually your edge, or you're a busy parent that needs a clear structured path, or you want to have a create a new income stream and you believe in building generational wealth. This is for you. Okay. Remember that you do have the buy now, pay later option in here where you're able to use that to help you secure your spot. So once you go in here, you have the buy now, pay later option where you're able to tap in and actually access that. I have, you know, we all have access to that buy now, pay later. You might as well use it for something that's an asset, right? Not for your Fashion Nova cart, not for your Shein cart, not for Nike. This is actually an asset creating tool. So use that Afterpay, use that Sizzle, use that to actually generate wealth going forward. All right. All right. So let me know if you're still working on your ticket. All right. Keisha, congratulations. You want to celebrate you on securing your ticket, and let me know why you tapped in this evening on the challenge and want to tap in with us. Let me know. Go ahead, Keisha. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I actually just had a quick question about the prop firm. Do you have to pass a test?
Well, yes, so they have evaluations, but this is a completely free account to the platinum members that sign up, but all prop firms do have evaluations, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so you're going to provide the $50,000 prop firm, but we have to pass the challenge or the test, I mean.
All prop firms do. All prop
Right,
firms
right.
have that. Yes, all prop
Okay.
firms have that.
And then do you already have your 5 people or no?
The team is going in and selecting those friends, but
Okay.
yeah, the team is going and selecting that, yeah.
Got you. Thank you.
You're so welcome. So what we're gonna do now is that we have, there's different questions that we have going forward. Folks have been DMing me different questions, but like one of the questions that I've been getting is that, hey, I've tried to learn how to trade before, but it's confusing, right? It seems confusing, and I don't know exactly what I'm doing. But this is the thing. This is why we have the system or the way that we have designed our trading, our challenge is that we know that individuals have tried this before, right? You've watched a video or you've joined courses and you've jumped into grooves, but you still feel lost. So this is how we break it down step by step and walk with you throughout this challenge so you can leave feeling confident, right? You actually have a system to actually implement going forward, okay? So I want to make something clear. I'm not for everybody and anybody ain't for me. That's okay. That's okay. The challenge is not for you if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme. We'll make that very clear. That's not this. Trading is a real business, and we teach you in order to identify as that. And also, this is not for you if you're not willing to show up for the 5 days, right? Willing. Now, things happen, yes, but you have to be willing to show up for those 5 days, okay? I want to say um congratulations to our next friends that have signed up. And if you're still working on it, let me know. Let me know in the chat. All right, Maria Lewis, congrats, congrats, congrats. Congrats to signing up for your tickets. All right, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and announce those 5 platinum members in a few. All right. So What this is the thing here. If you have never traded before, that's perfect because we want to make sure that we're able to help you with those bad habits that you have not developed yet. Okay. And I want to give that special gift to those have who have stayed throughout the end. Remember, I was telling you there's going to be a special gift. I want to give that special gift out to those who have stayed. So, with that being said, I'm going to have this link dropped in the chat here where it's for Vanquish Trades. Now, if you are not a platinum member, or if you are, general admission, or whatever the case is, or if you're here, you can go ahead and sign up with Vanquish Trades with which is uh the options prop firm company that I am partnering with. And as a gift, you can get 20% off your first month's account using the code boss up. So if you go ahead and click this link here, or you click this link and then use the code boss up, you'll get 20% off your first month's membership to that Vanquish account. Now they have different account sizes, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, whatever the case is, but you're able to actually go ahead and develop rules, practice, and not have to risk your own capital and trade options. Okay. Oh, thanks. Thanks, team. Appreciate you. Great. Appreciate y'all. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All righty. Now, I want y'all to the beauty of options, or the beauty of trading, is that there's never a time to say, "Oh, I'm too late," or that ship has sailed for me. I want you to say to look at Nikki here. Nikki was able to make her first $1,000 in a day, y'all. Now, that is a not a small feat for someone who has never traded before, was scared of the market, did not know her a trend from a regular chart, but was able to not only enter into a trade but turn it into $1,000 trade. I think that is something to be celebrated. Same thing with Maurice. His wife actually found us, and he was able to raise his account. Now, whatever account you're starting with, think of that. Whatever you're looking to deposit in your account for the first time, think of that. His account grew by 300%. Okay. So, how amazing is that? Hey, Taneisha, congratulations. Taneisha with an E for securing your general admissions ticket. Awesome. Can't wait to see you on the challenge, my dear. It's going to be amazing. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. All right. All right. All right. So we are starting September 7th, but it's going to be awesome. Awesome. Awesome time. And listen, if you lost money in trading before, this is what most likely has happened. You went and you got excited, you jumped into something and you applied not knowing actually what you're doing. And that's not your fault. That's not your fault. But this is the thing, when you actually have a system, when you have the accountability, when you have the step by step that you can check off, literally, you can check off, has this happened? What do I do next? This is the difference. This is how we are able to identify an edge. So, this is where we as coaches are going to be able to help you and implement that correctly going forward. Now, here's individuals that have tried it before with other individuals, and that's not no shade on anyone, but it's just we are clearly set apart. Where once you get into our system, once you get into our trading classroom, you are now able to have the same glasses or view that we have as traders, because we teach you from our experience. We teach you so that you are now able to analyze and actually take a trade. So individuals that have done it before can now say, yeah, I can, and have done it with others can say, hey, once I have implemented your system, it makes sense. Okay. Now, listen, you have two options. This is the long and the short of being here in this masterclass with myself and Mike, right? You have two options. Option one, go it alone, right? Perfectly, it is what it is. You might figure it out whenever you do, eventually, after trial, error, pain, suffering, and we're still going to be helping individuals change our life during that time, because that's what we're going to do, okay? But option two is you join the challenge. You get the general admission. Get in the room. $97. VIP. You get in the room and you also get to come to the Q&A session, $297. Or you get the highest, platinum, the best experience of the challenge you get for $497. Remember to go to tradetowealthchallenge.com and use the buy now, pay later option. You pay $0 today and you get access to all of the knowledge and your ticket. Okay? So who else? Congratulations, Craig. Wonderful job. Okay, I'm gonna see you, Craig. Securities Platinum ticket. Way to go. All right. Congratulations. What is it? Okay. All right. So I want to shout out the two high yield savings account winners. What's this? Okay. So the first, if you're here, just say here in the chat for me, Janet, Miss Janet. Congratulations, Miss Janet. Make sure, let me know if you're here. And Yona, Yona, Yona. Congratulations to Janet and Yona on the high yield savings account. We're gonna give you $100 to deposit in your account each. So congratulations to you. Let me know you're here. Say here in the chat so we can say congratulations to you. Giselle, congratulations, Giselle, for securing your ticket. Congrats, 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 my dear. Oh, Miss Janet, you're here? Okay, you can unmute. Raise your hand, Miss Janice.
Get the information.
And team, can you please message Miss Janet privately so we can get her information, get her cell phone number and her email, please? Miss Janice, Janet, you here? You can unmute.
Yes.
Hello. Congratulations. How are you? Oh, there you go. Wait.
I don't know how to speak.
No, you good now. Hey, I got you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Can you
so
hear me?
welcome. Yes, I can hear you. You're good. You're good.
Oh, I'm excited. Thank you.
Yay. Welcome. You're so welcome. So we wanted to bless you, make sure we can deposit into high yield savings account, start that ball rolling, and making sure you have a good leg forward if you haven't done so yet. But just, we want to make sure we bless your account. So congrats. Thanks for being here and actually implementing. So congrats to you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, you have a wonderful night. Make sure team tap into Miss Janet so we can get her info.
Okay,
All
you
right,
guys have a better one. Thank you.
you're so welcome. Yona, are you here? Yes, Audrey, so sorry about that. Team's gonna help you out with that. All right, all right, all right. Thank y'all so much for congratulating Miss Janet. That's how you do it. Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks, Rashida. Okay. All right, so we have some special guests that are going to be in the challenge here, y'all, that are going to be so impactful on your growth. And there's different ways that you're going to be leveling up as a trader. So I wanted to make sure you knew that it was not only me. We're going to have some special guests coming to the challenge to impart some amazing knowledge on you because we're leveling up in all aspects. Of course, trading, the wealth ladder, but this is Saida Garrett. And what Saida Garrett is going to be doing, she's going to be talking about we make money as traders, but how do we secure that, right? We're talking about legacy building, legacy creating, that whole thing of like hiding and not trying to figure out what that looks like. We need to stop. We need to actually attack it. And how better to attack it from an individual that has helped thousands of people go ahead and do that exact same thing. Secure the wealth for our future, right? For our legacy. And that's what Saida does. So she's going to teach us about legacy creation, trust, just securing the funds that we make as traders. So excited that we're going to actually have that guest. Also, we're going to have a representative from Prime Corporate Services. What Prime Corporate Services does as traders, right? There are certain tax liabilities that we have to address as traders. So what Prime helps us does is to make sure that, hey, when it comes to tax time, we know how to maneuver correctly. Hello? So this is going to be an extreme asset. And anyone has ever worked with Prime has said nothing but good things. So I'm super excited to be having a special guest speaker in the challenge just for you to be able to ask those questions. Hey, what does it look like? How do I avoid, how do I make sure I maneuver when it comes to capital gains? We're going to be making this money as traders. So they are able to give us the best way and actually help us. It's not just, oh, go do this. No, they have individuals that are assigned to you as an account, help you open said account, set up your LLC, set up the formation so that your company and yourself is going to be ready for when it comes to tax time. And then finally, we're going to have a guest speaker. Nehemiah Davis is going to come in and just give us some really good gems as far as just motivation and get us to the next level. He's a great speaker, so he's going to be able to tap in with us in our time and give us some words of wisdom going forward, y'all. So I want y'all to understand one thing, right? I want you owe this to your future self. Okay? This you owe to your future self. The 6 months from now self is gonna thank you. The next year self is gonna thank you because this is that pivotal moment where you made a decision to make a shift. Because you have been doing whatever you've been doing for how many years, and it's gotten you to this point. Now, what about if we do something different? What about if we try something different? Your future self will thank you, but you will never see your future self if you don't act. Remember, we said act is action changes things, so we needed to actually act. Alrighty? So, I want to say congratulations. Where's my other Yona? We need another one. Okay.
Let me ask the team.
All right. Yona did not answer, so let us to pick another winner. All right, the team is going to give me another winner for the high yield because I don't see Yona stepped up.
Last chance.
All right. All right, all right, all right. Just okay. Okay. Oh, Yona. Hey,
Ooh.
Yona. Yona.
Oh,
Well, we just hung.
Yona. You.
I'm still here. Sorry.
Oh,
No, I was talking to my mom because I saw this on Instagram. And
uh-huh.
so I sent it to her. So I was talking to her. I'm like, oh my God, mom, Jesus. We have to figure out something. We
Oh
have
my
to figure out
God.
something.
That is so amazing. Well, congratulations, my dear. You won for the high yield savings account.
Uh, Thank
Yes.
you.
Oh my goodness, that's so cool. Congratulations, my dear. I'm glad you're still here.
Thank you. Yes, I'm still here.
Yes. Okay, so team, make sure you message Yona, direct message her so we can get you to send you over your $100 to fund your savings account and or start with your trading, whatever the case is, but we want to say congratulations, okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you guys.
You're
I thought
so
I was the
welcome.
only one in the chat. I'm sorry.
No, no worries. I'm so glad you like unmuted. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
You're so welcome. All right, y'all. So if you're still working on your ticket, let me know. Remember, there's three options to get into the challenge, okay? There's the general admissions, that's only $9.97 at tradetowealthchallenge.com. And we have that buy now, pay later option, y'all. Remember, you can use that. You can use that to secure your ticket. And once you have learned the information, guess what? You would be in that headspace or in that process of saying, man, now I actually have an income producing asset that I can pay off this buy now, pay later with a smile on my face. Okay. Now, this is the gift or the skill set that keeps on giving. That Fashion Nova card can't make you $1. That Shein account make you feel cute and all, but it cannot make you $1. Now, we as individuals that have seen what trading can do, and you've seen Coach Mike and I are real people. We're right here. Hello. We're right here with you. So this is the beauty of having the desire to do something and doing it with coaches. What coaches do I don't know if you know what coaches do or what actual coaches should do is collapse time, right? Where you currently are of confused desire, wanting to actually learn how to trade and make your first trade to the goal of being a trader. A coach is supposed to be able to collapse that time for you by filling in those gaps, those questions you may have, the concerns, the fears, being able to give you the tools or the steps to address those in real time. This is what we do as coaches because we've been there. This is the thing you also need to do as a individual going forward. It be with someone who has done the thing that you want to do. That is the goal. I want to do what you have done. I want to walk in those same footprints, same footprints in the mud because you're showing me the path versus me trying to go it alone. Because guess what? By us going through this pathway, my friends, we have found the boulder. We found the little dip and we can say, hey, let's stay over here, right? This is the proper risk management. This is the entry. This is the exit. This is the tickers that you should be trading for set account size. This is the brokerages, right? Instead of you trying to go it alone and possibly maybe get there eventually, okay? All right, congratulations, Melvin. I see you secured your platinum ticket. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Congratulations. Hey, Jimmy. Congratulations on securing your ticket. All right, let's go. Let's go. Congratulations, Jimmy. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Team, can y'all make sure y'all tap in with Audrey? Miss Audrey been trying. I see you, Miss Audrey. All righty, all righty, all righty. So, you're so welcome. Thank you, Monica. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate you. So this is, a lot of folks might say this, it's not the right time. But I want y'all to, this is one thing that you have to make sure when you're going through anything, right? That is the one thing that's going to always keep you hindered, saying it's not the right time. There's never that right time. There's never going to be some magical feeling that's going to say, wow, yes. A sign is going to pop up over your head saying, right time, right now. The only thing that should nudge you to know that it's the right time to do something is when you've had enough, right? When you're done with where you currently are. While I was in the classroom, y'all, I was done. I knew that when I had the opportunity to find an exit or find a vehicle to get me to the next level, that was my sign. Right? That was my sign. I was always tired, always burnt out, always done. And there was never going to be a right time. The right time was when you decide to say you had enough. Okay? Now, we talked about this earlier, y'all, saying we need time freedom. Now, the traditional way of making money is we trade time for money. But when we become traders, we trade money for time. That is the shift. That's why traders are different. Because you're usually working your 10, your 12, your 8 hours in order to make a certain dollar amount. But when we become traders, we trade dollars, right? My husband was able to make almost $1,200 today in minutes. Yesterday, I had a trader that made $300 on Microsoft in 2 minutes. So this is the thing when you become a trader and you have a high paying skill set, you now have the freedom to use your time as you choose fit, but you invest your time up front to get the freedom on the back end. Okay? Now, the type of person that you are that wants to get to the next level is the type of person that says yes before being ready. Okay, that's the kind of person that gets to the next level. When you say yes, where I see the opportunity, where I see the all I need is to understand the how and the who. How am I going to actually trade and who am I trading with? Well, the how is going to be the trade to wealth system, right? The trade to wealth system and our trade to wealth ladder, and also the who, Coach Mike, myself, Coach Jordan. That is the recipe for success, and that's what you're going to be getting in this 5-day challenge. Remember, we have 3 different tickets that you can access, y'all. 3 different ways to get into the room. Just get in the room, y'all. You have the $97 one. That is a way to get into the room, VIP and platinum. Make sure you go to tradetowealthchallenge.com and secure your ticket, okay? All right, all right, all right. Alrighty. So we gotta let the platinum friends know, the 5 platinum friends that got the funded accounts. We're gonna announce those names uh right now. You have them? Team? Okay. While I'm getting the names together, while I'm getting the names to me, I'm gonna give them to you now. I want to make sure y'all understand one thing. Success comes after one thing. Small, uncomfortable choices create extraordinary situations. And I want y'all to process that real quick. Success happens when you make small, uncomfortable choices. Now, people think that that mountain of that financial issue, you can just move that in one sweep. But I want y'all to understand that mountain was not created in one sweep. Mountains take years, thousands of years to form. And we want our figurative financial mountain or burden to be fixed in a blink of an eye. But it took us 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, even hundreds of years because that generational baggage we've been carrying for centuries has been brought over into what we currently have. But what we have to understand for us, the ones that are changing the situation, the ones that are creating a new path, the one that's showing a new direction of the family, it's not a one-time fix. It's small, uncomfortable choices. That's how you become the change. That's how you become different. This is how you get to set yourself apart. Now, and I want to say for Mike and I, it was that first trade. It was getting into that first room. It was getting on this first Zoom like this. It was spending our first dollar to learn anything. That was uncomfortable. But it was multiple choices over time that each of us decided that, hey, this has to work or it has to work. Something has to change and the buck has to stop with us and it has to start going forward. So I want y'all to understand that success is there for you, but it happens when you start to make choices and make another choice and make another choice. And that is how success happens. It's not just, yeah, I'm going to be successful. That's not how this works. But trust me, the universe recognizes your efforts and you being here, tapping in, buying your tickets, typing in the chat, being positive. The universe recognizes that. Now I recognize that too. Shout out to you for being amazing. Shout out to you for even just being here. I would be talking to myself, okay? All right. So I want to say congratulations to the 5 platinum members that signed up. And I am gonna do a thing too. Um, okay, yes. So this is for the 5 platinum members, and this is from where the team has given me these names. So the first member, Floria Adams, congratulations to you on getting that $50,000 prop firm account. Make sure once you get into the Telegram group, you say, "Hello, it's me, Flory. I need my account." Say in the Telegram group once you get your access. Demetrius, congratulations to you. Tiffany, the 41334 number. Um, you're so welcome. Okay. Okay, and then yes, congratulations, guys. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Okay. And oh, that's you? Okay, Mice Johnson. Got you. That's the mice. Thank you, Elizabeth. Appreciate you. Okay, and then Audrey. Audrey, congratulations to you too. Mhm. All right, congrats, congrats, congrats. Okay, So make sure once you secured your platinum spot, so you have secured your platinum spot. Once you have gotten to the Telegram group, make sure you let me know or let the team know in the Telegram group, and we'll make sure you get access to your code. But we'll talk about that later on. But you'll get access to it right away. Alrighty. Now I want y'all to understand. This is one more thing I want you to take away. If you're with us, if you join the challenge, if whatever the case is, I want you all to leave this masterclass understanding one thing is that you're no longer poor, right? You're no longer poor. When there's an opportunity to do something, to level up, to get in the room, to actually, we don't operate from a area of fear, especially if you're a believer. You should not have that spirit of fear because you have and you should have discernment. Yes? Right? Now, when it comes to being poor, what poor stands for is you pass over opportunities repeatedly. And I want you to take on the persona of an individual that refuses to live mediocre and average anymore. Once you see yourself and your finances in the aspect of, I refuse to be broke or have the word broke in my vocabulary, it should not even be a thing because guess what? What you call down on yourself will produce itself. I am a millionaire. I am a legacy creator. I am a chain breaker. I am the example for my family. I am the difference maker for my family. I'm an example, right? So what I want y'all to understand when an opportunity like this produces yourself or any opportunities to level up, please do not pass over and say it belongs to anybody else because it was brought to you for a reason. We ask and we pray for blessings and change and help, but when the opportunity produces itself, will you seize that moment? And I charge you going forward into 2026, 2027. I've met you this evening. I've spent this time with you. I charge you to stop being poor for the rest of your being, for the rest of you being on this earth and being an individual that wants more out of life. Refuse to pass over opportunities, right? Because you know you deserve more, and I know that for you also. So congrats to those who have signed up and secured their ticket to the Trade to Wealth Challenge. I am super excited for us to get going. Cannot wait for the amazing work we're gonna do with Coach Mike, Coach Jordan, myself. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, congrats, Mark, for securing your ticket. It's gonna be a wonderful time. Yes. Oh, that's a cool name. Oh man. Mm-hmm. Yep. I can't do it. Fakiri, I think I did that right. Fakiri, please forgive me if I said I just really wanted to say your name. I think it's cool. Congratulations on securing your ticket. It's gonna be amazing. Congratulations, Patricia. Yes, congratulations on securing your ticket. I see some folks are still working on it. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Amazing. Now, I want y'all to know on this on I when I say good evening or good night to you from all my friends all over the place. I appreciate you. Um Oh, 413, let's go. Maisa. Maisa. I'm gonna stop calling you 413. Maisa, Yes, she said I've been a call a millionaire. I love it. So you know what? I want you to understand by you been saying that it's not a happenstance that you're here. I want you to understand that because you've already been priming yourself to see things and understand that you deserve more. You just needed a vehicle. You just needed an avenue. You just needed the actual direction. So don't call it by happenstance that you've been saying that about yourself and you found yourself here. Even if individuals have not been saying it, you've been thinking it about yourself. And the fact that you're here is a testament to that. So way to go. I want y'all to understand about me. I was in the trenches for years as a teacher, right? Understanding that I want more, but I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to get what vehicle. How am I only knew one way, right? But I also knew that I was tired, that I was burnt out, that I could not get to wealth for myself and my family by doing the same thing that I was doing for 15 years. So I dialed in my classroom. You see me with my 2 laptops. I was trading and I was teaching. I was trading and I was teaching because I knew it had to work. I didn't give myself an out. So I want y'all to take this parable with you, and it helped me so much to stay focused on myself and what I deserved. And I hope you take this and use it for whatever works for you. But there was a Greek soldier, a Greek captain that was sailing to battle with his army. They got to the beach of their battleground and they emptied off the boats. Everybody, loud, and they have all their weapons, and you hear the noise of the drums of the war drums, right? And the sergeant or the captain started hearing dissension. He started hearing his same warriors that he took over here to battle saying, we're definitely gonna lose. There's no way we could beat them. They're bigger, they have better weapons than us, they're stronger. This is their land, right? Yeah, they're definitely gonna beat us. Guess what the captain did? He told his first in command to burn the boats. He told his first in command to say, burn the boats. Because guess what? The only way out of this is forward. So you have no choice. There's no retreat. So I want y'all to understand, when I was done with school, I was all out. I was all in. There's no retreat when you have to go all in on yourself. You have to give yourself the opportunity to see what that looks like. Now, my burning the boats did not happen in one day. My burning the boats, I built my confidence. I built my trading account. My husband and I had a plan. But the deciding factor for me when it came to burning the boat is that trading had to work or had to work. That was my burning the boats. So I want y'all to understand, you have that opportunity to burn the boats. You have the opportunity to level up. And I'm so grateful for this time that I've had with y'all. And if you're still working on it, go ahead and let the team will be here. But team, y'all can take it over. And congratulations, Regina. Congratulations. Congrats. All right, team. Wonderful time being with you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a blessed rest of the evening, and I will see you all in the challenge. Okay? Thank y'all so much. All right, team, you can take over. Thank you so much. Bless you too. Appreciate y'all.
My biggest challenges before joining BUA was trying to find out the place that wasn't a scam. But after reading the reviews and joining within the first 5 minutes, I knew this place was not only safe, but it was a home for myself. Seeing how Mike and Taneisha both connect with other students across the world, across the country, and how they got to know them almost on a personal level. One of my very specific breakthrough was finally when after I stopped cutting corners, went through all the material 2 and 3 times, and then now I found the confidence and the knowledge to not only get in the trades, but take and hold the trades that the coaches would talk about. If you're on the fence about joining a group, don't be. Join it. You can ask anyone at any random time about their experience, and don't wait. Join.
Hi, Coach T. This is Pam A. And your TCT strategy helped me out so much and helped me build confidence in knowing what I should be looking for. So I'm so grateful that I found you and had an opportunity to just learn and keep learning as we go forth. The expectations, I tell her, it's not always wins, but it's an opportunity to gain financial freedom when you understand it and you just be patient and not overthink it too much, as I sometimes do. But yes, I would tell them, just try. If that's something that you're interested in, and join the BUA family, and you'll get a better understanding of what you can expect and what you want to do with your future financially. I truly enjoyed our first meetup and looking forward to future meetups. Thanks.
I did not know the difference between options, futures. Certainly didn't have a strategy. I did not know how to place a trade. So all those things are things that I've learned since joining BUA. They're very organized. They have the lessons, like I said, the didactic piece. You're on Zoom call where you can ask questions. If the coaches, Coach Taneisha, Coach Jordan, are explaining information that you don't understand, they will stop and say, hey, do you understand this? And you can say yes or no, run back through it. And so it's really a good piece. There's homework and accountability in the boot camp. So that was the piece that I feel like helped everything click for me.
My experience with the Boss Up Academy, it become a great inspiration to me. It really changed my life. Learned how to be patient, more disciplined, but I'm still working on it, you know what I'm saying, getting better. As long as I get 1% better every day, I'm gonna make it with the BU family. Coach Mike and Coach T, they some of the best people I ever been dealing with. Thank God I was able to meet them in person.
When I first started training, man, I was out there like gambling. Like I didn't know anything about charts, about reading levels. And Coach Mike and Coach T, they do a great job taking it from knowledge to born, with showing you why it is you take a trade. If anybody's out there on the fence, I suggest that you come out, give it a try, listen. They'll do a good job with you, sitting you down, showing you a strategy, and showing you why it is we do what we do in these markets out here.
What's up, Boss Up fam? This is Kim. Since I've joined, I have a clear understanding of reading the indicators and marking up charts. Like before, I didn't mark charts. Now I see the importance of it and how they all work together. I feel like I have found my tribe. It's like a little family. And I would even say for even the most experienced trader that it would be a good thing to have community. So if you were thinking about joining Boss Up Academy, or if you're interested in it, give it a try. Like there's nothing to lose. I've made money. I probably could have made more if I was a little more disciplined, which Boss Up Academy teaches discipline. And if you follow the rules, if you follow the strategies, you can't lose,
I just want to let you know that I'm on a cruise ship with one of the best academies available, Boss Up. I looked around at other options and other things, but what I found different from any other group was family. So if you're looking for family and you're looking to trade successfully, what you're looking for is Boss Up. Take it from me.
BUA family, what's up, y'all? Coach T, Coach Mike. My experience here at BUA been phenomenal. But beyond the money and the monetary benefits, the education is what I love the most. We don't just call out trades and say, hey, jump in here, jump out here. No, we actually learn the strategy. We learn why we get in. We learn where to take profit at. We learn a lot. And on top of that, genuineness, how they care. You know what I'm saying? Care to see you win. I would honestly say take the leap of faith, because what you gain, what you learn, and just growing with others in the community is priceless. Seriously, it's really priceless.
What's going on, y'all? Shout out to Coach T, Coach Mike, the whole BUA family. I know when I first started, I didn't even have a strategy, but it feels good when I'm a part of the community right now and we actually have actual strategy, seeing how consistent they are when they show up, even on vacation. Like they said, it's all about getting 1% better every day.
Honestly, I thought trading options was way too hard for someone like me. And I didn't have thousands of dollars to risk, and I was super scared of losing money. But then I found Taneisha. She literally teaches you like you're in 5th grade. She breaks down every single thing step by step. And the best part is she teaches live, so I can actually learn while trading. The community is super supportive too, and you'll never feel alone. Now, little old me is feeling confident, but the best part of this whole thing is I'm actually building real financial freedom for me and my family.
So I kept telling myself, nope, it's not for me. But then I found Taneisha. She has this way of making trading feel simple. Like she literally teaches like we're in 5th grade, and honestly, it works. Now, I don't feel scared anymore. I feel empowered. I went from thinking trading was this big, intimidating thing to actually being excited and confident to log in and trade. The best part is that this is one skill no one can ever take away from me. If you're watching this and you've been scared to start because it looks too hard or intimidating, I'm here to tell you it's not, especially with Taneisha. She makes it possible for regular people like us